Hello friends and colleagues, and welcome to another episode of What's in the Update. My core game is not updated, so I don't have the save function or anything else that's in the core, like the added toggle to the settings menu to enable disable save game functionality, which is disabled by default. Mouse sensitivity slider added to settings, which isn't... Oh, at present this is not function. Typical DTG. Scenarios and liberties will import correctly when transferring profiles. Added scroll to last selected route button when back into the route selection menu. Added option to return to the timetable after completing the service. Added option to include / exclude tutorials from quick play. Added difficulty and length into info to campaign events UI, don't know what that means. Disabled the copy button when at a max number of scenarios created in Scenario Designer. Fixed progress bar colour and wrapping of text in Mastery menu. Hide discount banner and store items before the default. Fixed type of signed in profile widget. Added green tick to completed services in timetable menu. Fixed custom weather presets not updated until added properly in weather menu. Scenario Designer will show first stop length instead of shortest stop length. Pause menu will no longer toggle when clicking escape in route map. Pause menu will now correctly load 2D map. Debriefing screen names and experience number will no longer extend out the window. Settings will now save when clicking apply with unchecked options, and store image thumbnails now load properly. Now I won't have any of these because DTG have messed up. They haven't, well, it's either Microsoft or DTG, but I haven't got my core update, which is not the first time it's happened, as the September the 6th update, the core game come 4 days later, and I'm still waiting for the first Spirit of Steam update because the thingy still crashes, but whatever. The 465 tutorial can now be completed, thus unlocking the achievement as well, and fixed introduction tutorial achievements. Yep, I will see it when I believe it. So, southeastern high speed. They have removed snow from under station canopies inside tunnels and under bridges. Fair enough. Car stop signs visually updated to align correctly to driver only operation monitors. Route indication signals changed to match current destination designations. Passengers should now board trains correctly on the platform at Ebbsfleet International. Players could no longer fall through the ground at Gravesend. All of the places to be sending players 6 feet under. Of all the places to be sending players 6 feet under, what a Gravesend then, yeah. And added wheel blur to MFA wagons. Don't know why Faversham is big there. No rain will be. There's no depot at Faversham. Player will no longer be able to walk through fences. OPO monitors should now be in the right places. Player should not be randomly blocked in Ashford round sidings, and lighting fixes for the North Downs Tunnel. Class 465. Reverser and master key now work as expected in both immersion and classic input modes. Class 395. Front destination should correctly display the final destination on platform boards. DSD/DVD pedal would trigger only when the system is turned on and above 3 miles per hour. AWS/TPWS buttons will only sound when either system is enabled and input is required or expected. Class 375. Improved audio. Fixed issue whereby the cab wind was playing far too loud when a window was open. Reduced drain audio when inside the cab and with windows and doors shut. And traction motors should now be audible during acceleration. I'm going to jump into one and we'll have a look at that. Class 66. Coupler should now animate as expected. Adjustments to physics to avoid unexpected stalling at low RPMs. Cab light first time use rewards should now trigger correctly, and removed semicircular white artifacts from wheels. We'll have a look at that after. So anyway, I'm gonna cheat. There we are. Hang on. distorted sounds are gone. I think. Have a listen. Yeah, no, they're still distorted. Oh. That's disappointing. Victoria, calling at Tedham, Sittingbourne, Newington, Rainham, Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, Meckham, Longfield, Bromley South and London Victoria. This train is formed of 8 coaches. This is a south-eastern service to London Victoria calling out Trainbow. There's the Trainbow. As you can see, the IIS is now correct. Hashtag Trainbow. Anyway, back to where I was going. Get out of speed and I'll brake. Then we can hear yep, still distorted. We're going to fix that something. So, now we're at speed, I'm going to brilliant. So there's a deceleration sounds. I will now look at the 66 to make sure there is no ugly yeah. Oh, don't know. Is this the right one? I have no clue. I'm hoping this is the right 66. It is the right 66. So, a little bit of an update. I won't be playing on the Series S for any long after this, as I've got myself a Xbox Series X. And the first port of call for that will be the new DLC, which I'm quite disappointed in, but we're not going to talk about that in this one. I'm going to save that for Tuesday in my review. Right, anyway. see, your little flickery thingy-bobs down here now gone. As you can see, the MFAs now have the wheel blur. Oh, hello. I haven't seen you lot around here before. Who? Nice. Got any others around here? No? What's at who? Impromptu, what's at who? Boring EWS, boring EWS, and boring EWS. And that is all, folks. Da-da-da-da. Right. Let's go. As you can see, there's no semicircular white things under the fuel tank. It's nice to see gone. I'm a bit peeved off that I don't have the core update yet. See, the wheel blurs has been added to the MFAs, which is nice. Ah, shh. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was only. Oh yes. So things have been updated that aren't in the patch notes. That is Great Western Express, the Class 33, front ramp, and yeah. So out of what I updated, which is Bakerloo Class 33, which isn't in the patch notes, Clinchfield, which isn't in the patch notes, the DBBR 101, the DBBR 182, Great Western Express, which isn't in the patch notes, Hamburg Lubeck, LGV, Main Spessart Barn, Dresden Riser, which I don't think is in the patch notes, as well as Front Ramp, which isn't in the patch notes, and Pen Corridor, the MP36, and the Harlem Line, as well as Cajon, Schnellverstrecker, Castle Versberg, and Southeastern High Speed. Again, I don't know why the I'm gonna jump on Great Western Express just to check to see what's been changed, if anything. As you can see, there's no green tick on the services because my core game hasn't updated, which is a pain in the rear. The numbers haven't been fixed, it's still that's 000. No, that hasn't been fixed. Might be graphical things, but I don't know. However, anyway, on to the next route, which is, bear with me, it is Cajon Pass. So, there's nothing really. Resolved issue that caused player to be kicked out of the main menu suddenly. The 2D map will now update when selecting a range of starting points. Don't know what that means. Fixes to scenario designer map tags, correction of 2 localizing on 3 text sign. Don't know what that means. Updated scores to ensure players can get gold on the EC44C4 and the SD42 training modules. I'll do them in my own time. And removed semicircular white artifacts from above wheels, wheel cage and wagons, boxcar, yeah. EC44C4 fixed issues relating to player getting stuck in a moving train. SD40 added rear headlight sound that matches that of the front headlight switch. Bulkhead flat car wheels rotate as expected when in motion. Castle Versberg Players should no longer be able to walk through the cars at Karl Ost. Players should no longer be able to walk through the stairs at Castle Wilhelmshöhe Station. Fixed pathing of ICE 1580 to not go through wrong line running. Tunnel sign collectibles are now able to be picked up, even though I've got all of them. Prevented train getting temporarily stuck in icebreaker tutorial. Added tooltip for refilling brake pipe and bug fixes to services. The 185 adjusted cab windscreen to prevent errors involving SSR reflections of cab screens. PZB acknowledge will only work after passing a 1000 Hz magnet. Cab must be activated. PZB enabled. CFET and PZB can now be triggered from gamepad and Raildriver. Excellent, so that means it's now working as it should. 146, CFET and PZB can be triggered from gamepad and Raildriver. Very good. Ice free. Orn is now named correctly spelled Bremsen on the MFD. Ice 1 adjusted cab windscreen to prevent errors involving SSR reflections of cab screens. Players can now select the length of the Ice 1 in-game menu and added recovery from emergency brake tip. As you can see, there's the 1 and 11 car. I don't know what the other one is. And DB clearly sees all this. Brakes should now release quicker to prevent getting stuck on an incline. Peninsula Corridor. PIS should now be better aligned to lampposts. Fix issue with the first person camera on the route introduction to allow it to be completed. Player can now walk across the promises without needing to crouch. Ditch lights will now pause as expected. The FP40H2 cat and individual cab cars. Hamburg Lubeck should no longer have a rain effect on the station. The doors will now close automatically in the route intro. Bakerloo moved incorrect reflections given on side view. If you are on PS4 and PS5, Pringle posters have now been removed because Sony couldn't afford it. LGV added many new sounds including mastery sound additions, fireworks sound at nights and jets during the day. Now, well, I want to try see it, but I don't know what time of day it is. So now it says night. I kind of have an idea. So let's jump in at Marseille St Charles around 8 PM. Would you say? So to speak. 7:30, 8 PM. Yeah, let's go for that. Excuse me, I got a cold. Oh my word, wow. Holy shoot. Oh wow. That is awesome. Oh yeah. That's a well good mastery. I have now been made aware that the core update is available on Xbox. So I'm gonna pause this and come back. Sorry about that, everyone. Just updated the core, so I now have the same game save game feature as well as the toggling, which once this loads, I will show you, and then we'll look at whatever comes after LGV. While we're waiting for this, main spec at barn was fixed crashes when loading certain services. Long Island Railroad, M7 traction engine sound should no longer cut out after first 4 coaches pass. Blank entry should no longer appear in profile train selection. Harlem Line, M7 traction engine sound should no longer cut out after the first 4 coaches. Yeah. Tees Valley Line, Tees Yard turnaround achievement now correctly unlocks on X1, Series X and X and Windows 10. Tees Valley Line decals added to livery designer. Loco changes, the 182 made sure the door interlock does not prevent you from using the throttle when the doors are closed. Doppel stock headlights should not always be toggled on, no longer be toggled on rather. BR101 adjustments to the AFB to keep speed offset below LAB and decreased LZB deceleration to be more realistic for typical brake percentages of IC trains. Passenger lights from the IC coaches were no longer bleed into the cab, providing improvements to performance and reduced illumination from cab lights into tunnels. So yeah, that's the patch notes. That's what it is. So I'm now in build number 323. So if I go to General, I now have save game enabled and disabled, as well as. So please note that save game may not work reliably in all circumstances. We do not recommend the use of it yet. Well, I'm going to do it anyway because I am a rebel. We've got all the accessibility controls, the camera. So if we go in here, training modules and quick play, I will exclude that because I don't like that. Camera motion spray, oh we wanted that at 200, get it up there. Yep, we'll save that. So yeah, that's basically the patch notes for this update. Again, don't know what was in the Class 33 or Great Western Express update. Probably never find out. It's not livery designer and compatible and that lot. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to look at. This. Ah, no, they haven't fixed that yet. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's been some kind of use to you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.